Hashtag Biden lied trends on Twitter. Americans demand the 2,000 stimulus checks Biden promised. President Joe Biden lied about the size and swiftness of delivering $2,000 stimulus checks, claim critics. Hashtag Biden lying is trending on Twitter as Americans demand their $2,000. This isn't like conservatives, right-wingers. There's a lot of like liberal, leftist people that are kind of pissed off they're not getting their checks. And there's a reason why. I'm going to show you why. The hashtag exploded over the weekend after the Democratic Party posted a tweet outlining Biden's plan to distribute $1,400 stimulus checks to American families, on top of the $600 checks that were approved earlier this month. Critics were outraged at the size of the forthcoming checks, which are expected to be approved by Congress this week. Critics say Biden is going backward on his word. I'm going to show you why. Biden is now talking about $1,400 checks to be added to $600 checks previously approved and sent out. But that's not all he lied about. There's a couple tweets detailing just exactly what happened. I'll play you guys a video of my own right now. Nobody should be surprised that Joe Biden, here's a tweet from Ryan Knight, proud socialist. Look, these are even socialists that are taking shots at Biden. Nobody should be surprised that Joe Biden lied about $2,000 stimulus checks. He lied the entire primary. But liberals were too busy chanting Trump bad to even care that they were nominating a pathological liar. Hashtag Biden lied. And he even details all of Biden's lies. He lied about bankruptcy bill. I'm quoting this guy on Twitter. He lied about Social Security, the Hyde Amendment, Medicare for all, ban on fracking, his voting record, 9 super PACs. Joe Biden lied, and I'm not afraid to say it. That is a socialist on Twitter. It had quite a few retweets, about 3,000 retweets, 8,000 likes. So this isn't just Trump supporters saying that Joe Biden's a fraud. You have a bunch of leftists right now, even socialists, that are coming out and saying that Joe Biden is absolutely a fraudulent Democrat in office. Let's go back to this article right here. Multiple tweets, people all pissed off because Joe Biden has obviously been lying. Here's a tweet from Ryan Fournier to go to the right. Ryan Fournier, Biden swindled millions of people into voting for him by telling them he'd send them $2,000 checks. That was a lie. Where's the fact checkers? Hashtag Biden lied. I'm going to show you. I'll play you some clips. And a lot of people on Twitter are pissed. Look at all these tweets. Graham Allen, hashtag Biden lied about jobs, having a COVID plan, court packing. What else? There's a lot of people taking shots. Oh, here's a beautiful meme of Joe Biden sniffing Bernie Sanders. Just thought I'd show that. Let's continue. And the article has a bunch of really cool tweets, and that's the end. So what's the story here? Let's pull out of this. What's the story? So even when Joe Biden was running, he was claiming that he wanted to push at least $2,000 stimulus checks into the hands of American families struggling because of the pandemic, because all these Democratic governors are shutting down businesses and making people not have the ability to provide for themselves and their families. So the Democrats want to have a plan. They want to push for $2,000 stimulus checks. Even when Biden was President-elect, Biden gave a thorough speech claiming that $600 stimulus checks are not enough for American families because American families are struggling. So Biden says we have to have $2,000 in the hands of Americans. If you don't believe me, YouTube, and you think that I'm lying and slandering Joe Biden, let's hear it from the president himself. Let's take a look at this clip.
Our rescue plan also includes immediate relief to Americans hardest hit and most in need. We will finish the job of getting a total of $2,000 in cash relief to people who need it the most. The $600 already appropriated is simply not enough.
What?
We just have to choose between paying rent and putting food on the table.
Okay.
Even for those who've kept their jobs, these checks are really important. You see, if you're an American worker making $40,000 a year with less than $400 in savings, maybe you've lost hours, or maybe you're doing fewer shifts, driving a truck or caring for the kids or the elderly.
Yeah, you know what, Joe? A lot of business owners are losing everything that they've ever worked for, and put everything, time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, Joe, we know there's a lot of people that are struggling out of their minds because Democrats won't open the economy. We know, Joe. Continue, Commander-in-Chief.
You're out there putting your life on the line to work during this pandemic and worried every week that you get sick, lose your job, or worse. $2,000 is going to go a long way to ease that pain.
Am I hearing $2,000? That was Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen, saying that $600 isn't enough. So now this is, here, let me clarify. So now what they're saying is this. Now they're saying, oh, well, we meant to get $2,000 to you in total. So we sent you $600, which isn't enough, obviously, but we're going to send you the remaining $1,400. Hope that works out for you guys that are all struggling to stay afloat during the pandemic. We all know you're absolutely screwed. Oh, we care about you so much. We want you guys to be afloat, but it's obviously deceptive. They're not telling the truth. You have Americans that are struggling out there. This is why a lot of leftists are pissed, because they made it seem like they were going to get a full check of $2,000 to sustain their families, on top of the $600 that was already issued to Americans. That's what Americans are thinking, okay? But these politicians are snakes, and they're liars, and they're frauds, and they manipulate language in order to manipulate the minds of millions of people to believe one thing when they actually mean something else. And a lot of leftists are waking up to this reality, and it's like, hey, hello, welcome to the outside of the matrix. We've been trying to tell you guys this for decades now, that these politicians, they say one thing, but they mean the other. Welcome to reality. These people say one thing, they lie, and they do something completely different via their actions. When you thought you were going to get something from the federal government, they were doing something completely opposite in order to screw your life. And Democrats are professional at this. Joe Biden was claiming, oh, president-elect, $600 ain't enough. We know a lot of people are struggling out there. Struggling. And they're like, hey, Joe, stay on the teleprompter. Oh yeah. So, $600 ain't enough. We need $2,000 in the hands of all of Americans. A couple weeks later, here we are. Even socialists are all pissed off because now you're only getting $1,400. Oh, we meant that you were going to get $2,000 in total. Stupid Americans weren't thinking clearly. We're so high and mighty and elite. We're not going to get you to where you really need to be. We're just going to make you think you're going to get a check of $2,000. But in reality, we were just finessing you guys. It's just going to be $1,400 on top of the 600 crumbs we sent you a couple weeks ago. That's what these people think of you. That's all you are. They don't care. They don't love you. They don't care if you're suffering. They don't care if you're homeless on the street. Oh, they claim to be humanitarian, like they want to take care of you. Listen, to avoid all of this stimulus garbage, open the damn country. This should have been done months ago. Let people make their own decisions. People don't want to live off of the federal government. Do you? I don't want to live on freaking welfare. I don't want to live off of federal checks that are cut from the federal government, which are taxpayer funded anyways. Open the country. I mean, now you have freaking Andrew Cuomo in New York coming out making statements sounding exactly like freaking Donald Trump, saying, we have to reopen because we're not going to be able to survive this. We're not going to be, we can't stay closed for too long. The week that Donald Trump leaves office, all of these left-leaning, authoritarian, psychopath governors switch their tunes. From Lori Leftfoot or Lightfoot, I don't know, call her Leftfoot, okay? Lori Leftfoot. Drop the Lightfoot. She's a leftist. Lori Lightfoot. Leftfoot, all right? Lori Leftfoot. Freaking Governor Newsom out in California. They all switched their tunes, and all of a sudden, they're all open for opening the economy. Why? Because it was all about Trump. It was all about Trump. That's what these people have done. Even a socialist takes to Twitter and calls out their hypocrisy and says, oh, they're just saying Trump bad, when they could have been helping American families. Yes, it was all about Trump. They've destroyed private, small-owned businesses. They've destroyed lives. People are no longer able to support for their families. Little kids, because they're suffering on lockdown, they have social anxiety. They have depression. They're losing their minds. Kids are contemplating suicide because of this damn lockdown. They've manipulated and they've finessed They've toyed with your life. Why? Because it was all about Donald Trump. And the second Trump is gone, they switch their damn tunes as if nothing ever happened. All of a sudden, oh, COVID is this scary ass thing that's killing everyone and anything in its path. Oh, but now that Trump is gone, we can reopen the country. What concerns me is how millions of leftists cannot and will not see this. It is literally a shame. Trump wanted to do this, by the way. This whole $2,000 stimulus check could have been done in December. You know this, right? Trump wanted to do this. If you don't believe me, this could have been done in December and helped a lot of American families. Let's get this up. Here's an article from Breitbart in December of 2020. Donald Trump demands Congress $2,000 direct payments to coronavirus relief bill. This was in December. It could have been done, but they didn't do it. President Donald Trump demanded Tuesday that Congress amend the coronavirus rescue package and government funding bill before sending it to his desk. The massive 5,593-page bill was passed by both the House and the Senate on Monday night, but immediately drew criticism for only sending $600 to direct aid to each Americans. That's what Americans got anyways. Trump criticized the bill for extending direct coronavirus relief payments to family members of illegal aliens, getting up to $1,800 each. This is far more than Americans are given, Trump said. The president did not say he would veto the bill, but demanded that Congress amend it. This is what he was pushing for. And he said, I am asking Congress, look at this, I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple. Let's bring this down. And Trump wanted to do that in December. Now, economically, I kind of disagree with that. I don't think we can afford something like that. I think just keeping the economy open and flowing is better for us in longevity. But for the record, Donald Trump wanted to give $2,000 to Americans and even $4,000 for couples. Instead, you got $600, and they were telling you were going to get $2K. They were telling you that you were going to get $2K, and now it's been changed. Oh, you're only going to get $400 because we meant we were going to give you $2K in full, $600 earlier, which are crumbs, and then $1,400 later down the line. So good luck with your life and good luck on surviving. This is your champion. Is this who you voted for? 80 million people in America? Is this the clown that you put in office that's just finessing you, laughing at you? Laughing at you. These people are living comfortably. They do not care. They cannot connect with you. They do not sympathize for you. They do not understand you. They don't care. They just cut you breadcrumbs and hope you survive and vote for them next election cycle. Wake up! You're worth so much more than what these Democrats view you as. This could have been done months ago. And honestly, quite frankly, I'm so sick of having to report on this guy because it's like this hypocrisy should have been seen. But I'm glad people are waking up, and I hope more people wake up to the reality that this guy's policies is going to destroy this country from within. Maybe that's what's necessary. I don't know. Maybe people need to feel the fire, because I can only explain to you what fire feels like when you touch it. I can only explain to you what that pain feels like, but you're never going to fully know until you experience it yourself. I could sit here and give a case against socialism, communism. I could give all kinds of cases why these radical leftist policies are going to destroy us from within, what the outcome will be economically, socially, financially. The list goes on. I could explain to you this stuff all day long. But some of these leftists, some of these mindless liberals, people in America that don't think things through, that don't want to listen, you're just going to have to feel this for yourself.